Page 29, we gather together. Ah, this is in 3/4 time. Let's take a look. We're coming in on beat 3. It has a pickup beat. It's got that dotted rhythm again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. So it's 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and. So if you can get that rhythm, you've got it. And that's about all it is. Now, the melody's in the right hand throughout, so play the right hand louder than the left. The left just has these supporting notes or chords. In the right hand, you're going to lift up between the phrases. Look at the last measure of the first line. You're here. Now, here, you're playing the C with the thumb. They want the G with the thumb. So in lifting up and moving, that gives you the break between the phrases we need. You don't need to finger it that way though, because you can hear, I can finger the first, I can reach up and the last note in the first line, I can finger that with third finger, and then the next G, the first note in the second line, thumb. To me that's easier, but I still need to lift up so I get some silence. So here, there. Last measure of the second line. Give me some silence between the G's. Now, with a piano, when you play repeated notes, you automatically get some silence. It's just because when you lift the note up, you get silence. We want a little more silence than that though. Same thing in the third line between the C's. The third line down, second measure. Watch this. You're here in this position, but then you're on the G's. They want a 1, 4. And then there's another G in the next measure. I recommend the fingering would be a 1, 3, 4. Because you don't, it's closer. I can go from here to here more easily than I can go from here to here. There's times you have to do that, but right here in this piece we don't. So the fingering for the second measure is 4, 1, 3, 4. At the end, the last 3 measures in the right hand, you're here, and they're saying fourth finger on the F, so you'd have to come in. That's because we needed this position. You don't have to do that. You can still use third finger on the F, but if you do, bring the second finger down for the D. Whichever is more comfortable for you. So experiment, decide what you want, pencil in what you want, and stick with it. In the left hand, most of them are dotted half notes. You can hold them down for the full 3 counts, but some of them are half notes, so make sure you come up on beat 3. The last measure of the first line, when you play that last note, that G, it's got to be by itself. There's nothing in the left hand. Second line's the same thing. Third line's the same thing. So be sure and play the rest in the left hand. They don't give you any fingering on the second line because you're in this position. But you got to play a B. So I'm recommending during that rest, the last beat of the first line, the rest, move your hand up and put your third finger on the B in this position. And this way you're in position to play the whole line, all those notes. And then at the end of the line, during the rest, before you go to the third line, come back down where you were. And then in the last line, you're staying here, but the thumb goes up for that one. And then, so you work on it and learn it, and then come back and play it with me, and we'll double check the notes and the rhythms. Since it has a pickup beat, I'm only going to give us 2 counts. So let's try this and see if we can play it. Dynamic wise, you do the dynamic, it's just a gentle piece, but play the right hand gentle and the left hand super soft. Yeah. Right hand's here, more or less. Actually, the right hand is here. The thumb's on the C. And the left hand's here. Okay. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. 1 and 2 2. 1, 2.